Hi guys, Redneck Wannabe here. I hope all is well with you and your family today. So lately, the last few times that I've opened up YouTube, I've seen by various people, how to make a living, homesteading, and stuff like that. And this video by no means is how to do it, because I'm still working on that myself. But I hope it's just a different side of the same coin, so to speak. So I was just thinking, just yesterday or today, and I've been in business for myself for 14 years, and that's just, I never thought I'd do anything for 14 years, much less be in business for myself. But one thing that's not, that I don't hear, and maybe I'm just not seeing it, but one thing that I'm not hearing is stay out of debt. And I'll give you a funny story, yours truly. So when I first, the lawn business is my third company that I've started. My first was when my wife was 6 months pregnant with our first daughter, and our daughter's 14. So she's 6 months pregnant. And I say this in all humility, and I can laugh at it now, looking back on it. But man, that was the most, besides my brand new daughter and my wife, that was the most miserable time of my life. It stunk. So anyway, my wife is 6 months pregnant, and I was in sales, and I was working for a company, and I had saved up $11,000. And I thought to myself, man, that's a fortune. That's going to last forever. So I quit my job. I came home, said, "Hon, I quit my job. I'm going into business for myself." And she was like, "Oh, great, hon. That's great." But I know inside she was just like, "You got to be. What do you think? What are you thinking, knucklehead?" So so I start positive $11,000. 9 months later, I'm minus $30,000, and man, that money just went just like that. So the next few years, as you can imagine, I had, debt is not a monkey on your back. It is an 800-pound gorilla that has you in a headlock, and man, it sucks. And, by the grace of God, I don't have that anymore. Man, that was just a miserable time. And so I know there's a lot of people that, want to homestead, and they're thinking of ways to make money. But I don't care if you're making $1,000. I don't care if you're making $10,000 a month, doing whatever. If you're spending more than you're making, it's just not, in my opinion, it's not going to happen. So the lawn business it's a friendly competition. So there's a guy where I have my shop, right across the alley, I guess, is another lawn guy, and he and I were talking one day, and I don't know his numbers. I don't have to know his numbers, but we were talking, and I was having issues with a truck, and he's like, "Man, just go over to the dealership and get, here's the truck I just got. It's $250 a month for 5 or 6 years, something like that." He's like, "Man, just go do it. Money's cheap right now." And I'm like, no. The most I've ever spent on a truck is $4,500, and man, I had, man, it was pucker factor. I didn't want to spend that much. I was scared to spend that much. But one thing that I know, and I use him as an example because there's a whole bunch of other people just like him. And he's got, I don't know how many trucks he has, but he's got a couple trucks. He's got mowers. He's got a big tractor. And he's making payments on all those. And I don't care what happens if the economy, in Texas, we've been blessed, because from what I've heard and from talking to friends, it's not the case in other parts of the country. In other parts of the country, it's depression. But here, we've been blessed. We still have a pretty good economy. But let's just say, we have an economic downturn or whatever happens. The thing that I know about that guy, and I don't have to know how much money he makes or how much business his business or revenue his business generates. I don't have to know any of that. All I have to know that if we have one hiccup, that guy is out of business and he's bankrupt because his cash flow will drop and he doesn't have the cash to service, regardless of how many trucks or equipment or whatever. If anything happens, he can't service that debt. And if he can't service that debt, he's out of business. If he's out of business, more than likely he's going to be bankrupt. And he's not the only one out there. I mean, there's millions of people. I see it on a daily basis where somebody calls and says, hey, we want to do such and such. How much and when can you do it? Well, it'll be X amount of dollars. Oh, that'll be great. Or X amount of dollars and we can do it on, say, Friday. Oh, that's great because I get paid on Friday. And that happens all the time. So I'm guilty. I've been up to my ears in debt and it sucks. It was the most miserable time of my life. But if I can offer any advice and in all humility, and I'm no expert by any stretch. I've done a lot of stupid things. But man, just stay out of debt. If you're in debt, the way that I was taught to get out is, let's just say that you have 3 bills, just to make it simple. You owe $1,000 on one, $5,000, and $10,000. Just to make it easy. So let's say $1,000, your monthly payment is say $100. $5,000, your monthly payment is $500. And $10,000, let's just say your monthly payment is $1,000. So you put all the extra income you can into this $1,000. Get that just taken care of. Once you get that $1,000, the $100 you're spending to service that $1,000 debt, you roll that into the $5,000. So now you're making $600 a month on that debt. And once you get that paid off, you roll that $600 into that $10,000. So take care of the smallest one first, because that's that's a moral victory. Hey, yeah, cool, I did it. But that's how I was taught. But just if I can just say anything, is don't get out of debt. Live below your means. Get out of debt as fast as you can. And I know that some people, they're scraping by. I get it. I know. I've been there. Maybe one day I'll tell you. It was an amazing story. So maybe one day I'll share that. But, whoops. Sorry, that was the cat. But anyway, enough of my rambling. So I hope all is well. And I really appreciate y'all. So I wish you the best. All right, y'all take care. Bye.